everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside. Son of a gun, I'll tell you, David, I know the match is coming up today, and this is one of the greats today.
You are absolutely right. We're going to have Billy Travis team with Mark Starr in here in the opening match, going against Keith Roberson and stretcher Jack Hart in the ring in the opening match here today. And we're going to have Mr. Shima teamed with the returning Phil Hickerson in still another match.
Kind of an unusual pairing.
Yeah, and then a little bit later on, great expiration of time match. Looking forward to this one. Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka will be teamed to go against Jeff Jarrett and Bill Superstar Dundee.
Yeah. Is that some kind of a card?
Quite a day,
I'll tell you what, championship wrestling humming today. And Dave, we are going to tell the folks one of the most bizarre stories that I have ever heard. It's dealing with the Big Bubba saga, and you're just going to have to wait to hear it because, by golly, it is worth waiting for. We got to get on with it. Let's get back in the ring. We'll take time out right now and be back. And we have the man himself, the king, right here. You see him. Oh, I love it.
What?
Wow, how about that? See it on? It looks like a cake that's been decorated across there.
I'll get you one of these,
giant
Lance.
cake. That's beautiful, Jerry.
I'll get you one, okay?
Okay.
$14.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I'm gonna. For you, it's a special deal. Listen, I just wanted to come out here real quick and let everybody know about big tournament. Have you mentioned anything about this big tag team
haven't
tournament?
gotten into the big tournament that's coming up this week.
Should I stand here and wait for you to mention it?
Okay, let me say this, that Chick Donovan, who
I wanted to tell about that.
Oh, you?
I want to tell about Chick Donovan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me. Everybody realizes that Chick Donovan was one half of the Southern Tag Team Champion,
Jack Hart
right?
and Chick Donovan.
Right. Well, now a lot of people realize, that we wrestle all over the country, and I just wanted to say that one day last week, I happened to be in a match. Bill Dundee and I happened to be in a match in Evansville, Indiana.
Yes.
And Chick Donovan, for some reason, now we weren't even wrestling Chick Donovan, but for some reason, Chick Donovan, he wanted to interfere in this match. Can you imagine Chick Donovan running in on a match of Bill Dundee and mine?
No.
Well, he did. So what we did with Chick Donovan was we gave him a rude introduction to the ring post, like a lot of people get around this area. Ooh. And so now Chick Donovan is apparently out of action, and we don't know for how long.
For
but anyway,
a period of time, is my understanding.
He's going to be out for a while. And I don't really feel sorry for Chick. He just should have not have interfered in our match. So anyway, what is happening with Chick not able to defend the Southern Tag titles? There was a big match apparently set in Chicago, Illinois, is coming up about the middle or towards the end of
June
this month. June 19th, right. And Stanley Blackburn, of course, he's the big wheel of the AWA. He, I think, called Eddie Marlin and put a little pressure on Eddie, and he said, now, look, we have gone out of our way to book the Southern Tag Team Champions in Chicago, which they, to be perfectly honest with you, they don't do that a lot, because it's a little further north. So anyway, Stanley had him booked on a big, tremendous AWA card that's coming up in Chicago, and now all of a sudden, he gets word that Chick Donovan's out of action, and he's not going to be able to defend the belt. So he called Eddie Marlin, and he said, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you have to roll Chick Donovan out on a stretcher or whatever, but have the Southern Tag Team Champions there. So anyway, Chick Donovan's not going to be able to wrestle. So what they're going to do is they're going to have to vacate the titles. And this makes it very nice for people like Bill Dundee and myself, because what's going to happen is Eddie Marlin has said that we're just going to have a tournament for the titles. So there's going to be this week a big tournament added to the card. Now Eddie, he went out of his way. He already had a card. He already had a card booked. And what he has done, he has just added this tournament. So it's going to be a bigger card, a lot more matches. And Bill Dundee and I are going to be one of the tag teams in this tournament. And a lot of people realize what Dundee and I are like as a tag team, and we're looking to come out with the Southern Tag Team titles back around our waist. And I'm just excited about it. That's all I wanted to come out and say. And one other thing, I think Austin Idol and Tommy Rich may be in this tournament too, and so if they are, we're looking for another chance to get our hands on them. Right.
Okay, Jerry, well, I'm delighted because... Hey, that's it. Hey, your hair's looking great. Well...
Yeah. Can I come back later and talk some more?
Okay, I want you back later, okay. The King, and right now I think we're ready to get into ring because we've got lots of action coming up. We've got several bouts today, David, that I am really looking forward to, and I think we're going to enjoy the action of championship wrestling. Okay. Jack Hart coming out here for this match. His partner walking out with him in there, and he's upset about the Southern
He's up there right now with another partner, not Chick Donovan, the one you're used to seeing with Stretcher Jack Hart. It's Keith Roberson out of Memphis, Tennessee, at a total weight of 459 pounds. Jack Hart, the stretcher, out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Across the way at a total of 455 pounds out of Tampa, Florida, Mark Starr. And in the ring right now, from Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis. Travis against Stretcher Jack Hart. Paul Dangerly in the corner of Roberson, and Jack Hart is over here right about now.
The manager of the former, because of what has happened in the Southern Tag Team titles, the manager of the former tag champion, Jack Hart and Chick Donovan.
Now, let me tell you something, Lance Romance. Dundee and Lawler, they really think they're getting to me now. I mean, they tried to get me in Evansville, Indiana. That's what happened. They tried to take care of me. You know, Lawler burned my face. We all know it was Lawler. He tried to do it again. Chick came down. He came to help me, and they ended up putting him out of action. So now, we don't have the Southern Tag Champions anymore. Okay. Idle and Rich are still together, and I got my stretcher here with me, and when we find a permanent tag team partner for the stretcher, and this Keith Roberson's good enough, maybe it'll be him, he's going to go for the tag titles again, too. Let me tell you something else. Dundee, I know you're listening, and before I had a chance to put a stop on that credit card, Bill Dundee ran up a $6,545 charge on my account.
I'm glad you cleared that up, because I've had many people ask me whatever happened to the credit card. And now,
what do you think's going to happen? I'm not a moron. I put a stop to it Monday morning. But as soon as he got out of here, the guy went out and bought somebody a fur coat, and he booked himself flights to Louisville, to Evansville, and the whole week he's been flying around the circuit on my money. Well, that's okay. He booked those flights. Let me tell you something. He's going to pay for them one way or the other.
There you hear it from Paul E. Dangerly of the Dangerous Alliance in the ring now. Oh, what a beauty. Mark Starr. I'll get it right here in just a moment. Mark Starr going against Jack Hart, and what a great drop kick into an arm bar.
You know, not only did Dundee cost me a lot of money with my credit card, but the thing is that by taking Chick away from me, he has cost me one of the biggest paydays since I've become the manager of Chick Donovan and Jack Hart, because that AWA show, hey, we were right there on top, man. We were right there on top for the Southern Tag Team Championship, and now they just take it away from me, and I don't have the champions, but I'm going to have them. With this tournament coming up, I am sure to be the manager of the champions, whether it be Idle and Rich or Jack and whoever his partner may be. I will be managing the champions June, what's the date, the 19th, in Chicago, and I will have the champion, and I will have that big payday that I'm looking forward to.
Okay, let's get back to the ring in there after we leave the dulcet tones of Paul E. Dangerly. He was a little distraught.
Mark Starr in trouble. Mark went for a drop kick and missed on it. Stretcher Jack Hart went to work on the neck, and that reverse neck breaker you just saw by Keith Roberson doing him no good. Starr with a reversal and a body slam. Keith Roberson lost the advantage for his team right there. Now Mark is able to get over and get the tag on Billy Travis. Billy with a body slam. Boy, this Roberson has put on some weight here in the last couple of months. He's added about 10 or 12 pounds. Hey, there's a count of 2 and 3. Boy, I tell you what, a minute ago while Dangerly was talking and I was watching the match, you had to figure this one was going to turn out different, because the upper hand was with Stretcher Jack Hart. But Billy Travis, Mark Starr put it together, and in 3 minutes, 34 seconds, they walk away with a victory.
I'm just looking at Dangerly. I don't believe there's a long-time relationship coming up with Keith and Paul Dangerly.
Right.
He's a little hacked off about losing that one. Time out. We got more big action coming up in a moment.
Evansville.
Evansville Coliseum. I love it Wednesday night. Boy, I am telling you what a big night of action. We'll give you the whole card in just a moment. One match is going to be a Mid-America title match in which the Moondogs' hair will be at stake against the Mid-America title held by Jeff Jarrett.
You know, let me tell you something. Your boys got lucky enough to shave my head and make me bald. But they're not going to do it to the Moondog. This man here is going to walk out of that building with the title, and he's not going to be bald-headed. Jeff Jarrett, I can guarantee you that. You're going to be beat up, and you're going to be hurt, and you're going to be a former champion, and this man is not going to be bald-headed.
Might be interesting to see the Moondog with his hair all cut off, and boy, hey, I want to tell them, final event, AWA Southern Heavyweight Championship. Here it is, Austin Idol, Jerry the King Lawler.
That's right. Go get some decaffeinated coffee. Evansville, Indiana, it's time to get idolized. I, Pauline Angley, present to you the Southern Heavyweight Champion, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol.
You know, Paulie, I've waited for a long time. A long time I've been avoided. Every time I've come to Evansville, Indiana, which, by the way, stinks. The people stink, the women stink, and there's nothing that's really good about Evansville. But I'm going to put it on the map on Wednesday night. You know why? Because finally, after so many negotiations, after so long, I've got Jerry Lawler where I wanted him. Because, you see, I've embarrassed you, Lawler. You've been humiliated. You've been degraded. You're not even half a man now. I shaved your head. I've beaten you in every kind of match. And there's only one thing left. There's only one thing left for you that you want back, that you say, oh, if I can do this, maybe I can regain the momentum. Maybe I can make a comeback. Maybe once and for all, I can be crowned again if I can only get the belt from Austin Idol. Jerry Lawler, I said it before. In 1987, I'm going to take you out, Jack. And in Evansville, you're gone, brother.
We got a big match coming up here in the ring in just a moment. I do, in fact, want to draw to your attention something Dave mentioned earlier. We've got a team of Mr. Shima and Phil Hickerson with Yamamoto, the manager. Here they come right now, Tojo, Mr. Shima, and Phil Hickerson. I got to start right off, Phil, and say, what in the world are you doing with the likes of...
Why do you always think negative? Why do you always think negative? Think positive like myself, man. Let's do this all the way. Why can't you just come out and say, hey, Phil, good to see you. Why can't you do that? See, you're always there. Now, watch this.
What do you do with Tojo, man?
Good morning, Lance. Good to see you, guy. How you doing? See, that's how you think positive, man. That's the way to do it.
I still got to have the answer. What are you doing with Tojo Yamamoto and Mr. Shima?
Yeah, man. What do you do with it?
You want me to tell you the truth?
Yes, I want to know the truth.
I was sitting there in my office there at the water hole the other day, and I got a phone call. Tojo Yamamoto called me on the phone. And it's simple, Lance Russell. It's simple. Let's go back. You know, I've been in this business many years. And I'm almost like you. You know, I don't have too many years left in me. You know what I mean? And you stop and you think of all these years I've been in, you know, I used to run up down this road making $100, $200, $300 a night back in the days, which was big money back then. And I'm sitting home, man, and I'm seeing all this on television, how these, football, all these $1 million quarterbacks, hockey players, basketball players getting all these $1 million. And now it's the day of the mega bucks, brother. It's mega bucks day, because here it is. I see these wrestlers. They're signing these $1 million contracts, these $10,000 matches and stuff like that. So I'm here to get a little part of it. So what it boils down to, Tojo told me about this tournament. He needed a partner. Now, I don't have nothing against Mr. Shima. I don't have nothing against Tojo. And what is it, Hilo? Well, I hear he took a Hilo back to Japan. So he needs a partner. So it basically is this is a business proposition. It's money, brother. I'm doing it for money. So what it all boils down to, if we can get in there and win those belts Monday night, it boils down to I make more money than I made in 1 year's time, Lance Rasmussen.
Well,
now that's the bottom line, brother.
I hate to see the association.
Well, it's strictly a business deal. I don't care what the people. I know the people. They love me. But everybody loves a fat boy, and Phil Hickerson is a fat boy, and Phil Hickerson is good. You see what I'm talking about? Look here, they love me.
You're good, no question about that.
They love me. They don't like. And I'll guarantee you, come Monday night, son, when you get in there, we're going to get in there. This is going to be our first time together. I'm going to take him underneath my wing, and brother, I have took some people underneath my wing and always had belts around my waist. and this is no exception.
Well,
Strictly money, brother.
I
And
think-
Phil Hickson will do anything for money, anytime, anywhere.
I think your fans would have preferred that you associated with somebody else rather than Tojo Yamamoto.
Look,
Come on, Tojo.
why are you so inquisitive?
Quick with that
Look,
stick.
why are you inquisitive? Why you talk about, ask him about personal thing about money, everything? Why American people ask me about money, everything? American people, you mind your business. They're crazy. They're no good people. You understand?
You got your opinion of it, and I'll tell you one thing: people don't like.
Why
to
don't
walk
you
around.
ask
Will
me
you
about
quit
20%?
poking me?
Why don't you ask me about 20%? Why you ask me about personal things? Phil Higgins. Why
Tony
don't you ask
Burton.
me about 20%?
You got a kendo stick match coming
Well,
up
I
with
tell
Tony
you what,
Burton.
Tony Burton, I'm going to beat you up like a dead coward dog with his candlestick.
The way you pushed him off that ladder. Okay, Dave.
Well, in the ring right now, we are set. Tojo Yamamoto still going on here. This one's going to be John Paul out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Bucky Siegler from Charleston, South Carolina. Total weight of 460 pounds, going against a total of 484. Out of Tokyo, Japan, Mr. Shima. And out of Jackson, Tennessee, Phil Hickerson. Tojo Yamamoto in their corner. John Paul starts against Mr. Shima.
Well, I'm not particularly fond of Phil being associated with Tojo Yamamoto, but I will in fact say you got two guys who got a lot of experience. Shima, certainly a world-class wrestler, has been for quite some time, held belts all over the world. Phil Hickerson, well, who needs to go
What
down
can you
his-
say? Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
You're right. They're going to make a formidable tag team, no doubt about it.
John Paul getting... Hello, John Paul. Phil Hickerson grabs him by the hair. In the air. Big body slam from Phil.
Tag on Shima. Boy, that's one thing I'll never forget about Phil Hickerson from the first time I saw him wrestle, is how quick he is for a man his size.
Isn't that absolutely astounding? You just can't believe it unless you see Phil in person. Bucky Siegler making his introduction into the ring. Shima crotches him, scoops him up, slams him down.
Siegler ran right into the human equivalent of the Empire State Building. Oh.
Hickerson puts him down severely, I am telling you. Bucky on a reversal. Backdrop, and the big guy over and down on the mat.
Siegler made a mistake, went in too quick.
Look how quick Phil came back with that leg, Dave. Just what you were talking about. He got him. That's it.
The 3 count in a minute 58 seconds, and that team of Phil Hickerson and Mr. Shima, Banzai, says Tojo, they get the win in just under 2 minutes.
Phil Hickerson, Mr. Shima, their first time together. Yeah. Okay, Phil. I hope you enjoy your money. We'll take time out. We got more action coming up. Back to it in a moment. I want to take a second to tell you that coming up on Thursday, June the 18th, folks around Owensboro, Kentucky, Championship Wrestling will be coming into the Sports Center. Tickets will be on sale the day of the matches from 5 o'clock until match time. So be sure and remember, Thursday, June the 18th, Owensboro, Kentucky at the Sports Center. All right, let's take a look at Evansville. Wednesday night is what we're talking about there. Kendo stick match opens up. I love it. Tojo and Tony Burton, both of them will have kendo sticks. Should be a whale of a match. International heavyweight title defense when Bill Dundee goes against Mr. Shima. Should be a good one. Grudge 6-man tag match. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka, and Downtown Bruno will be going against Big Bubba, who will be there against Billy Travis and Mark Starr. Then it'll be a Mid-America title match. No time, no disqualification. Moondog's hair against the title when the Moondog faces Jeff Jarrett. And finally, Austin Idol, Jerry Lawler. Southern heavyweight crown is at stake Wednesday. 400. Davey and I were just sitting here talking about it. Pay attention, because you don't want to miss this. This is a son of a gun. This is one of the most bizarre stories I ever heard in my life. Now, it involves Big Bubba. I think most of the folks know that Big Bubba missed his match and last week, and that was unusual because while, you know, I'm always seen eye to eye with Big Bubba and all, the guy is dependable and he's a tough son of a gun. So it was kind of unusual that he missed it. I talked to Big Bubba about it, and this is all after the fact. And Bubba says he was getting ready to leave from the match. He went out to the parking lot, put his key in his automobile to unlock the car, and the next thing that he knew, he woke up in a cabin south of Hazard, Kentucky, with a knot on his head. Now, I said, Bubba, fill us in a little bit more. Bubba had gotten with Randy Hales to kind of tell the entire story. So let's look at this videotape. You got to see this because this is really interesting, and it poses some interesting thoughts, too. Look.
I'll tell you, Randy, I stopped here because this is right where I came out after being held up in that little cabin up in the woods. I took him, came right over there, right through the woods, crossed this little creek, up on this road. This is my first glimpse of real civilization. You don't know how happy I was to see this little gravelly road here. And you know, I brought you in this way. It's at least around 4 miles from the main highway, and that's where, you know, I finally got waved down somebody to give me some help. You know, and as you can see right over there, that's where I came across. Take a look over there. You can see there's like a little animal trail or a deer trail right over there. Yeah. And I came across this creek here. That's the way I came from the shack. I just followed it out here and onto this little road, and you know the rest.
To this road. Yeah, let me tell the people real quick where we are. We are about 20 miles south of Hazard, Kentucky, and we're near the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. And if we could right now, Bubba, let's go see if you can find out where they kept you, okay?
Well, I'll tell you what, I hope you got your hiking boots because it's plumb way up in the holler over
Let's go.
Randy, I'll tell you what, man. I'm big and strong, and I've fought some tough people, and I've been in some tough situations in my life, and I've never felt helpless. But, brother, let me tell you, the hours that I spent in this cabin out here in the country, bound and gagged, I can't tell you how helpless I felt.
They had you tied.
It was the weirdest feeling. Oh, it burnt my wrist, my neck. You can see it here.
I can see it on your wrist.
I sawed at those ropes for hours until I finally got through, boy. And when I finally made it out to that road, you don't know what a sigh of relief it was. You know, I've never felt scared. And I'm going to tell you, I was petrified.
Well,
because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Are we going the right way?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. You know, I'm almost positive this is the right way back here. Randy, we got to change some gears here, buddy.
All right, we got to.
The road's getting a little rough. There we go.
Four-wheel drive here.
All right.
Be careful here.
All right. It's pretty steep, I'm telling you.
Think we make it?
They say for the faint-hearted.
Be careful.
Well, big boy, this is about as far as we go in this thing.
Well, I guess we got to walk, don't we?
Hope you got your walking boots on.
How far is that place?
It's back in the hollow there. Pretty far.
There we go. You know where we are now?
Yeah, see up there's a little path up yonder above that rise up there. Goes right in the woods. That's where it's at.
Well, that's where we need to go then.
It's worse.
Well, we just have to find it because I want to show all the people exactly what they did to you.
Come on, Randy.
Okay.
You're just about there, buddy.
Hold up.
There it is. You can just barely see it over here.
I brought you.
I told you could find it.
Yeah, here we are.
See, okay. See, Randy, there it is. I told you I could find it.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and go in. Let me see where they kept you. Be careful. goodness, Bubba, I can't imagine a place like this. This is absolutely awful.
Think it's bad? Come on in here. It gets better. It gets better. Come look at me. This is the dungeon where they held me.
Yeah.
Believe this? This is where it was tied up, right here. Can you believe it?
This is awful.
Huh?
This is absolutely awful.
See this door jam here? This is what's left of the rope right here. I was busy, it seemed like for a whole day and half the night, trying to saw my way through this rope so I could get loose and get out of this place. I've never been afraid of anybody or anything in my whole life. But I was deathly scared here. I was in fear for my life. Let me tell you something. You think it's bad now? You really?
Terrible.
You should be here at night. I heard the pitter-patter like of rats, you know, raccoons. I heard snakes. In the dark, your mind plays a lot of serious tricks on you. Well, let me tell you, I've never been afraid of anything, but I was in fear of my life being here alone by myself.
Well, let's get out of here, Bubba. This is terrible.
Well, Randy, I'll tell you, I want to thank you very much for coming out here. I know you went through a lot of hardship being here, but I wanted to show you where I spent the worst and most horrible night of my life. Out here, being left to die out here in a cabin. Because that's a fact. Whoever tied me up and left me inside here left me for dead. And Bruno, in here, I know it was you. Now, I have no substantial evidence, nothing concrete to take into court to prove it was you. But you know, and I know, that it was you. Now, you didn't do the dirty work. I think Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond had something to do with that. Because I know you don't have the guts in that scrawny little body to do something like this. But let me tell you something. Whoever it was, they left me inside this cabin, tied up, to die, out here in the middle of nowhere. Randy's here. He's a witness to that. Well, let me explain something to you. That's serious business. That's my life. And, brother, when I get inside that ring, there's going to be some real serious business taking place. I just hope that you all are prepared for what you've started. Thank you, Randy. Okay, bro.
Yeah, kind of a wild situation, and here's just the guy that I want to talk to right here. Big Bubba on his way to a match, and let me remind you that it was a six-man match where he was joining Billy Travis and Mark Starr to go against Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, and Downtown Bruno. He disappears. All of a sudden, he disappears. He's kidnapped.
Okay, well, Lance Russell, let me tell you something. First of all, and I'm going to be totally honest with you sitting here, whatever I did in my past is what happened in the past, you understand? The past is the past. You got to learn how to forget things like that. Sure, maybe I was running around with the hustlers and the gamblers, driving the big cars and the big money makers, 42 Kane Boulevard, downtown Pittsburgh, whatever. Maybe so. Maybe I was associating with people known as the dark side. You know what I mean? The criminal element, the bad element, the big money makers. Maybe I was, but that was the past, see. Now, I'm probably the top manager in professional wrestling today, the top manager in the CWA, and I wouldn't resort to a tactic like that. And I think even by Big Bubba saying or insinuating that it might be me and Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka had something to do with it, it's just kind of reflecting on my past. Well, see, I've never dug into Big Bubba's past because it's none of my business, because that's personal life. And my personal life is not anybody's business. So going into what might have happened years ago down the line has nothing to do with this, because I had nothing to do with this. And, you know, in my personal opinion, because I managed Bubba for a long time, as you know, and I know how his lifestyle is. I know how he is. He probably got all drunk or all liquored up or went out and got in a fight or something, or just, you know, he's not the most intelligent person in the world. Maybe he just got lost or, you know, drove into a gulch somewhere off the interstate and just couldn't find the town or couldn't make it to the town, couldn't be there to wrestle. And that's why Big Bubba wasn't around for any six-man tag matches, and he's just looking for...
You saying he made his story up?
I think it's quite possible.
Let me tell you something, Bruno. Now, Lance, if you had the prospect of facing the awesome team of Pat Tanaka and myself, would you show up? I mean, the guy's a big, fat, gutless, yellow coward. So he had to make an excuse and not show up because he knew he had to face the two of the most awesome men in wrestling today.
Okay, let me just get point blank about it and ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you saying you had nothing to do with the kidnapping of Big Bubba?
I had nothing to do with the kidnapping, nothing at all. And as far as I'm concerned, if I hear you mention that I had anything to do with this kidnapping, if I hear Big Bubba mention that I had anything to do with this kidnapping, in fact, if I hear anybody from Jarrett Promotions, that goes for Randy Hills, Eddie Marlin, Jarrett himself, or any of the little you know, clowns that run around like Billy Travis, Jeff Jarrett, Mark Starr, any of these guys. If anybody mentions I had anything to do with this, there's going to be a lawsuit. And that goes for you, Lance, like I said, because it's not true. And I don't like to hear it. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty disgusted now because it's making my reputation look bad. It's making Paul Diamond look bad. It's making Tanaka look bad. And we don't like it because we're here because we're in the professional wrestling business. We're not kidnappers running around the countryside or whatever, what have you there, okay? And it kind of makes me sick. I wouldn't do anything like that. And just to have you come out here and insinuate.
I happen to know that Eddie Marlin is a continuing investigation into this affair because he's not going to permit this kind of thing to happen in this area.
Lance Russell, we wouldn't go anywhere near the woods, let alone take Big Bubba there in the woods and tie him up or whatever. And, you know, and it's kind of funny because if you've ever seen his apartment, it's not even as bad as that cabin. I mean, it's worse than that cabin.
Okay, let me ask you this.
What?
Who else would have anything to gain by taking Big Bubba out? Who else would have anything?
Lance Russell, I don't know. Like I said, Big Bubba probably couldn't make it to the match or something. You know, he was drunk or got arrested or something, so he just made that excuse up.
The man told you he didn't do it.
Exactly.
And we didn't do it. Just because Bubba is a gutless coward, he didn't have the guts to show up.
All right, well.
And I don't want to hear it again, Lance Russell. There will be a lawsuit. I told you that.
Okay, we're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. Jeff Jarrett, the, again, Mid-America heavyweight title holder, and he had a big, wild match with Moondog Spot. Came out on the top side of it, and he once again is carrying that strap. As you see him coming right into the Championship Wrestling studio. We're delighted for him. Not an easy one. Congratulations, Jeff. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, that had to be quite a thought as you win against Moondog Spot in a hair match, and son of a gun, you pulled it off, you got the belt. Now the shoe's on the other foot.
That's exactly right, but let's talk a little bit about last week first. As the tape showed, with a little luck, I got out of it, Lance, and got my belt back. But now, this week, as you said, the shoe's on Moondog's foot now. The match is my belt against his hair. Now, Moondog, I don't know if you've ever been in a hair match, but I was just in one, and as you know, there's a lot of pressure on you. You're out there, all it takes is 1, 2, 3, and your head's shaved. This week, Lance, he's got to deal with that pressure, and Moondog, if you don't know what it is to feel like with a bald head, just take a look at your manager, Bruno, and
yeah.
That's right. I hope to see that Moondog with a bald head.
Oh, I'll tell you, that might be an improvement on him, though, and it would be nice to have you accomplish that little feat. Well, I am delighted that you got yourself that belt back. I think it took a lot of guts. I wasn't so sure you were smart to do it, but to take that hair match in order to get a crack at that belt, Jeff.
That's right. Luck was on my side last week. Hopefully it'll be on my side this week, Lance.
Okay. Jeff, good luck to you. We're looking forward to seeing you in the ring and in action. Jeff Jarrett, the new, or, well, he is the new, but he is also the champion. We're about ready to get back in the ring. I think we got some more action coming up here, and we've got a whole, boy, this particular match is going to be a dandy, because you're looking at Jeff Jarrett and Bill Dundee together for the first time, Dave.
Absolutely, and they're going against Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka with downtown Bruno in their corner. There they come right there. They weigh in at a total weight of 434 pounds. Here come their opponents, the superstar out of Australia, and from Nashville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. Their total weight 414. Referee Jerry Calhoun getting them set, getting off the warm-up jackets, and we are just about ready to go. This also is going to be an expiration of time match.
And we do have a good amount of time.
Yes, we do.
So we'll have an opportunity to see, hopefully, a lot of action in there. You've got the ingredients for it. Tanaka and Paul Diamond. Oh, look at Dundee over there. Tanaka and Diamond. We've always said they have all the tools, all the ability in the world. The only thing that's detrimental is the fact that they're managed by downtown Bruno, and their attitude adjustment was not for the better, I can tell you that. They're going against veteran, tough, pound for pound, still considered one of the roughest guys ever to walk in a wrestling ring, Bill Dundee. And young Jeff Jarrett should be a dandy.
Tanaka with a conference. I think he's asking Diamond, what'd he do? Did you see it from over here?
He
Dundee say, come on out of that corner. Let's go.
You notice he didn't make him have to look a long way across that ring, right up in his face.
That's true. Whoa. Yeah. He unleashed him with a right hand. He just let that fist fly. The superstar. Tanaka a little tentative about coming back into the action here.
You know, it's good experience for Jeff to be in there as a partner with Bill, and even though he is a champion now at his young age, he's still got a lot to learn, and you can learn from a guy like Dundee. I hope he doesn't learn some of the things that Dundee could teach him.
Yeah. Tell you the truth, there's not much Bill doesn't know. All the years he's been in it.
Boy, oh boy, and all the victories. Armbar, Pat Tanaka, Jeff Jarrett. Oh, look at him.
Oh, it's a foot race around the ring as Dundee decided, I'm not doing anything. I might as well go after downtown Bruno for a minute. Jeff Jarrett lets Pat Tanaka go by. Wow, right fist. Did he have that fist doubled up? Yeah, he did. Wow. Now he goes after Bruno. You know, that's one of the things. You got to be careful that you don't let your focus slip to that manager totally. That's one reason that managers are so dangerous when your opponent has one. But in the case of Jeff and Bill Dundee, it could be a very effective tactic, knowing that their partner has things well in hand. They keep Bruno from becoming involved in the action.
Good point.
Jeff Jarrett against Paul Diamond. Diamond out of Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. He's pulling hair. He's done it twice already, and there's the third time.
Safe description would be a strapping young man. This Diamond is. Boy, he is a lot bigger than you think he is, watching him on television. Beautifully muscled. But as we said a little bit earlier, having undergone the brainwashing and an attitude adjustment from Bruno, not exactly to our liking, his style of wrestling now.
Diamond, a perfect example of what your mom always told you about. He had all the potential, but he started running around with the wrong people, in this case, Bruno.
Yep.
Diamond able to get that right shoulder up off the mat easily before a 3 count. Jeff wasn't really going for a pin. But when the shoulders are down, the referee starts the count. Did you see Dundee come in and just slip that right fist in there?
He hadn't even hit the floor good when he popped him with it.
It was just, by the way, here's this, pow. Diamond kicks out of it at the 2 count. 3 minutes, 45 seconds gone. First fall action of an expiration of time match. Super 1-2 with the superstar, Bill Dundee and Jeff Jarrett against Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka.
Dundee laying a little of his amateur wrestling on Paul Diamond. Went around behind him, hooked him around, rode him a minute, took him over right by the ropes, and Diamond slipped out. Uh-oh.
Diamond trying to sneak up behind Dundee, and he did it, but Dundee turned around, doubled up the fist, and said, all right, you want to fight that way? I'll fight you that way. Jerry Calhoun trying to get Dundee back. Let Diamond get out of the ropes and on his feet.
First ball. Expiration of time match. Bill Dundee, Jeff Jarrett against Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka. Pardon me, Dave.
Tanaka comes in with a judo and the karate, and he just jabbed Dundee with the point of the fingers, choking him. All the downtown Bruno tactics really showing up in this match. As Tanaka and Diamond are using them. There is Jeff Jarrett. Jeff has been watching all of this. He's reaching for the tag. Dundee still can't get to him. Billy over to the corner, and here comes Jeff Jarrett. All of them in there. here. Dundee against Tanaka. Jeff Jarrett against Paul Diamond.
Diamond slopes down in the corner while Tanaka fires Philly across. There's the flying press.
Look out.
Here comes downtown Bruno. He shouldn't be in the ring. That's going to be it. Look at Bill Stoney. He caught Bruno, who was trying to get away, and finally does. But that's going to put a flying halt to it, Davey.
That's going to stop the first ball right there. With Bruno coming in, the interference calls for a disqualification. Referee immediately stopped it and disqualifies the team of Diamond, Tanaka, and Bruno. 5 minutes, 48 seconds, and now winning that all-important first ball, Bill Dundee and Jeff Jarrett.
Boy, what a nifty first ball that was for the team of Dundee and Jarrett. They look very, very good together, and that's not all of it.
That's true. Just as well, I think, that Bruno jumped in there. Looks like they had it in hand anyway.
Yes, sir. We'll take time out. We're going to be back with more action in a moment.
Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum. I do love the action that's coming up. Now, in addition to a kendo stick match or grudge six-man that Big Bubba and Downtown Bruno are going to be involved, you'll see a Mid-America title match where the title of Jeff Jarrett is going to be against the Moondog's Hair.
That's right, Lance. This week it's the other way around. Last week I had to go into the ring feeling the pressure. Maybe there's a chance that I walk out of this ring ball-headed.
Yeah,
this
you
week,
had your hair up, right?
Bruno, your man Moondog has to feel that pressure, and I got the belt this week. We'll see who wins right there in Evansville.
It'll be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing him ball, just see what he looks like. The superstar being
ugly, Lance.
He'll be ugly, that's right. You're going to have that belt, that international title you took from Chick Donovan, on the line against Mr. Shima. Here's a cagey son of a gun.
Well, I'll just be just as cagey. That's what it's going to be, Mr. Russell. I'm going to be just as cagey as he is. Because told you, Yamamoto, you boy ain't going to win this belt. Now, you can stick your little old fat Jap nose in it, and I'm going to kick it right off your face, boy, because I don't like you. I don't like your man coming for this belt, and I ain't too fond of Japanese. I'm not saying they're all bad, but you are, and serious, Mr. Shima. Well, he ain't getting this belt support. I'm keeping it.
Okay, Bill Dundee, Wednesday night in Evansville, and then the final bout. How about this? Austin Idol, Jerry Lawler with the Southern Heavyweight belt on the line.
That's right, Lance. You know, I'm not too crazy. I'm a little bit ashamed to come out here on this interview. You got Jeff Jarrett standing here with the Mid-America Heavyweight Championship belt. You got Bill Dundee standing here with the International Heavyweight Championship belt. And now you got the King of Wrestling standing here empty-handed. Well, I can assure you, Evansville wrestling fans, Wednesday night right there in Evansville, I'm going to change that situation. I'm tickled to death about this match, Lance, because not only is it a chance to take that Southern Heavyweight title and put it back around my waist, but it's a chance to hurt Austin Idol in the process. And everywhere I go, all over Evansville, the people talk to me. I think they've gotten over the fact about the haircutting situation, but what they say is, King, when are you going to get your belt back? Well, the answer is Wednesday night, and I'm hurting you, Idol, in the process.
No, you want to be there at the Coliseum. Dandy night of action.
Very quickly, I want to tell you, really exciting VTR is available, and it's going to be available to you, and you can take this address down, so get a pencil and paper ready. I think you'll want this. Mayhem in Memphis. Now, this is a video chronology of exactly what happened in the match in which Jerry the King Lawler, inside a steel cage, lost his hair. Where Tommy Rich made the appearance and the whole thing. You'll see all of the bits, the lead-ups, and all of that. You'll have an opportunity to get this for your own very own self, a collector's item, and boy, it is a dandy, too. Now, you're going to be able to get it by writing to Mayhem in Memphis at Post Office Box 3020, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08034. That's the address that you need to, we'll leave it up there for just a second, while we tell you that you will have a chance to pick this up for $45.20. Now, that is money that you're going to have. And when I tell you a collector's item, this is one you will play 100 times for yourself and another 200 times for your friend. It has the entire match in there. Mayhem in Memphis, Jerry Lawler's historic battle with Austin Idol, in which Lawler loses his hair. You have got to see it. Idol guaranteed the gate, put $50,000 in escrow, and the whole story is contained in Mayhem in Memphis. Take down the address and send it on in. I think you'll enjoy having it. Right now, let's get back to the ring, my friend. Yeah, here they come. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka, Downtown Bruno, Bill Dundee. Dundee. Jeff Jarrett on the other side. They are one fall up as we get ready for the second fall, Davey.
They are indeed. Expiration of time match. First fall is history. Jarrett, Dundee won it. Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, and downtown Bruno trying to even it up here.
You know, it's just been a little bit too long since I've been over here visiting with you, Lance Russell. It's been a little bit too long. I thought I'd come over.
You know, I haven't missed it a bit, Bruno.
Well, I tell you, the program has, and the public has, and the audience has. Wait a minute, wait. What's this? Wait a minute, what's with the fist there, huh? What's with the fist there? That's all this guy has got to do is cheat. Give me a break, huh? What's with the fist there? Oh, come on now. What's this bionic elbow, something like that? No. Where's a little bit too smart for that? Hey, wait a minute. It's a good thing he ain't making his three-finger funky symbol, or I'd consider him stealing downtown Bruno's funky strut. Because we know he couldn't make up an original idea. The man ain't had an original thought in his life. Here we go now. Prime time, baby. Paul Diamond. They're tagging in the kid, baby. Here he comes. Oh, come on. Double teaming, see. When our guys do it, they call it cheating. When they do it, they call it teamwork. It just ain't right, Lance Russell.
Well, Bruno, I think we've heard all of the downtown versions and conversations. Thank goodness he left and went back over to bother the referee. I feel sorry for the referee.
Now, there was double teaming. Bruno went over to distract the referee. Look at Diamond and Tanaka, both beating up on Jeff here. The referee's over and he says, hey, one at a time in here. Jeff Jarrett whipped into the ropes. Paul Diamond puts him down on the mat, counts one, and one is all he gets. Well, he got a 2 count, but just barely. Jeff kicked out of it. The important thing is the 3 count did not fall.
Billy really getting the audience stirred up to get behind Jeff and see if he can pull him out of this little down period that he's in. He is digging for Dundee. Tanaka runs in the ring. There's a tag on Bill, but the referee didn't see it. And he is going to run him out. Crowd trying to say, yes, he did tag, but the referee didn't see it. He sends Dundee out. And I got to say in the referee's defense that Bill has been known to jump in there without a tag, so I can't blame him for being suspicious of it.
That's true, and the referee was doing his job and trying to keep either Tanaka or Diamond, not both, in there against Jeff Jarrett at the time. It's just one of those unfortunate things where all 1 million of us saw it, except the man that counted, and in that case, the referee. There's another tag. This time Dundee comes in. I don't know if the referee saw that one or not.
He didn't see it, Dave.
No, he's going to send it back.
Well, that's it.
Yeah,
Dundee
that's going to
took
end it right
matters
there.
into his own hands.
Yeah,
He's
wants the
saying
bell.
ring it. Billy's got him disqualified.
Yeah, and he should have been disqualified.
Yeah.
For throwing the referee down. So Jeff and Bill are going to lose this fall on disqualification.
He got hot, grabbed a hold of the referee, threw him down, and then took off after everybody else. The one person he should have kept his hands off of was the referee, and it cost him the fall, so they're back to the starting point to even go, 1 fall apiece, both by disqualification. We're going to take time out, check our time, and see if we have enough for another fall. We'll be back in just a moment. Son of a gun, we checked the time. We just don't have enough to get them back in here. We got, around 80 seconds to go, and that's just not going to be enough. No. And it looks like it's going to wash. We just come out.
It's going to be a draw.
Yeah, with 1 disqualification. Another 1 good disqualification deserves another one. And that's what we ended up here. What a whale of a match. I knew both of us were sitting there talking about what a great match that was going to be when you had Tanaka and Diamond going against Dundee and Jeff Jarrett. What other action we had?
Well, in the opening match of the day, we had Billy Travis and Mark Starr. And in this one, as I mentioned during the match, I thought it was all over. Mark Starr missed a drop kick and really missed it badly. And it looked at the time as though Keith Robertson and Jack Hart, Stretcher Jack Hart, were going to be shoe-ins to get the 3 count and win that match. And didn't happen that way, though. Mark got to the corner, tagged Billy Travis. Billy came in, took control. And in 3 minutes, 34 seconds, the team of Billy Travis and Mark Starr got the victory in that opening tag team match of the day.
Not that he needs any defense, but in Mark's defense of his drop kick a little bit earlier, boy, he unlaced one on Jack Starr.
Boy, he got a great one.
Oh, beautiful.
That's true. Then the next match, it was Mr. Shima and Phil Hickerson. Unusual pairing, grant you. And Phil Hickerson says, he said, it's strictly a business deal. I see wrestlers making the big bucks, want some championship belts. He said, will you be my partner? And he said, I told Tojo Yamamoto I'd be glad to climb in the ring with Mr. Shima strictly as a business deal to get some championship belts and some big bucks. Well, they won their first match here today. Then Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee, got a victory in the first fall when downtown Bruno got his team disqualified. But in the second fall, Bill Dundee got upset, shoved the referee down. He got disqualified. So that expiration of time match does end up one fall apiece, a draw.
Oh, yeah. By golly, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to next week with the great action we had this week. We'll have some more of it, and Championship Wrestling will be right there in your living rooms, we hope. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this